Right, for the Australian Driving Championships, we're up to be catching up with another West Australian, Deni Roberts. Firstly, thank you very much for joining me.
No worries, anytime.
And well done for beating Shannon earlier. I don't think he was that happy about that, was he? You won two for you West Australians, but you made sure he finished second.
No, it was good that we quinelled it. But yeah, like I said, I love beating him at home, so beating him here was even better.
He wasn't that happy about it. I did catch him down there, so I thought I'll just throw that little barb in it. Do you enjoy these?
Yeah, I do. Lucky enough, this is my second one. I've been on a few of the women's drivers' champs, but yeah, the Australian ones are really good to go up against the boys, and yeah, everyone across the country. Yeah, it's a really great thing for the sport.
Throw you a curveball. Do you like the fact that we have lady drivers' races, or the fact that every person out there is judged as an equal, whether you're a male or female?
I think the ladies' races were a good incentive early on when females were obviously still trying to make their way. But I think we are well established now. I think really this is the only one we need.
We don't see a missus next to anyone's name, do we, in the form guide or on the computer? And I think it's great. Kate Gaff were talking there before about I suppose the challenges the sport has and how can we change it and things along those lines. I think it's one of the greatest things we need to get out there, that everyone is an equal out there on that track, no matter size, weight, sex, doesn't make any difference.
Oh, for sure. And I think if you asked us all individually, we all want to be treated like that. I don't want to have, any extra special treatment over anyone else. I'm out there and because I believe I'm just as good as them. So not because, I've been paved a special way. So, yeah, we've earned the right to be out there, and I think, we probably don't need them little incentives for us anymore.
No, couldn't agree more. You say you think you're as good as any of them. Your drive on Minstrel the other night was sensational, but geez, it must have been a great thrill to be behind a horse, can pick itself up off the canvas, chasing a champion as well, magnificent Storm. It was a brilliant race to watch. It must have been great watching it from where you were.
Yeah, he's a great horse. The toughest, I think, strongest horse I'll ever drive. We've got some nice horses, but there's no one that'll go to the well like him, and he's just that will to win. If every horse had a little bit of that, they'd be, very good. But very lucky to be able to sit behind him, and the ride we've had together, he's definitely helped me elevate my career, and we've achieved a lot. So very lucky and fortunate to be able to get behind him.
Did you think you were going to be able to pick him up halfway around that turn when, for mine, you looked like you were all out, and he still looked like he had plenty left? I know your horse is a good horse, but he's a good horse as well.
Yeah, that's a problem Minstrel always kicks when he straightens. He just that good horse gear they find. But it was a little bit concerning even for me. I think everyone watching it thought I was never winning. But I just know how he feels, and he was just labouring a little bit around the corner, and I knew he'd kick again once we straightened. But when you give a horse like that a length and a half, and Gloucester Park's not a very long straight, it's a little bit daunting. But I just had the confidence, and I know he was going to back me up.
Gloucester Park, you say it's a little bit tight. It's different driving, and I was lucky enough to be across there for an Inter-Dominion. I'm going to say, unfortunately, probably 5-6 years ago. I can't remember the last Inter-Dominion you guys had there. And it is a coliseum. Like when you get there, it is a coliseum. Totally different to this. Just beautiful track.
Yeah.
But you've got nothing around you, where you've got everything around you there, and it's tight and hustle and bustle. I reckon that holds you in good stead for when you do come to big open tracks like this?
I think our racing is probably very different to anywhere else in the country. It almost, I think, is actually a disadvantage coming over here because it's so different, where I think the whole East Coast is quite similar. So probably got to ease the brakes a little bit coming over here. And definitely I don't think as tactical or as competitive as it is back home, but I think it's also made me the driver I am today. So I've been lucky enough to drive in most states now and be able to learn a bit of the different racing, and I think that's helped me with my career as well. But first time at Hobart, it's a beautiful track. The serenity is unreal. I actually started to zone off a bit in the prelim. It's so gorgeous. So really happy to be here. It
is, and there is so much to see. There's massive hills around us. There's a river, I think it's Derwent or something like that. I'll be in trouble for not knowing what it is. But it is just amazing. When you drive in, it's like awe. It's like, is this a racetrack, or it should be a public park nearly? Might get in trouble for that, but not say that. But that's what it's like, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, we don't really have anything like this at home. Like Gloucester Park, so obviously in the heart of the city, we've got the beautiful river, but you can't really see much of that from the track. But I love it out here. It's really, really nice.
How would you best describe, and I'll give you a second to think about it, how would you best describe yourself as a driver? Like I saw Minstrel the other night, Artie by the seaside, they sort of horse. You're happy to posse them up and things like that. Are you an aggressive driver or sit back and let things unfold? Is there a manner in which you would say you drive and you drive? You drive and you drive. How good am I?
Yeah, good question. I don't think I'm probably got a really good in one particular area. I think having that versatility to be able to be aggressive when you need to be, probably like that. I think probably my best attribute I would probably say is my rating. I think that's, knowing how fast you're going, it's something you can't really teach. And I think that's sort of, especially in them big races, but you also need the horses to be able to do it. To be able to rate and control the race, I think that's probably one of my better attributes.
You have got great support behind you, but you get that support because you're supporting their product, the product they're putting out there. So it's a perfect match. People like Bondi and that, though they've been around forever and a day, must be still nice to come back and get his feedback. When you win, get his feedback probably when you get beat as well. It must be good for a young person still learning the ropes.
Yeah, definitely. They've been massive supporters of me, Greg and Sky. And, they're not afraid to tell me when I've done something wrong, and I'm not afraid to own up to it either. So I think you need to have that. We've probably had more success than that, so it's been good in that way.
Makes it easier.
Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, we've had a lot of nice horses come through since I've been in charge there. And, being able to drive nice horses definitely is a big privilege. And, them to give me the opportunity have faith in me from early on to drive them. They've been a massive part of my career.
Deni, thank you. Actually, halfway through this interview, I realised, when I was in Western Australia that last time, I think you might have been just starting out would that be right, 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, I started about 11 years ago now. But I was just out of the bush where you all start learning the ropes and earn your stripes. So but probably 5-6 years ago I would have just started to drive in town, and about 3 years ago took over at Greg and Sky's. So it's been a bit of a journey, but finally here now.
Where are you from? The way you said that, from the bush in Western Australia, which part of Western Australia are you from?
No, I'm only half an hour from the city, but when you're a junior driver, that's where you got to drive. You don't have a metro license until you earn it. So but I spent a lot of time out there. Just wanted to be as good as I could before I went with the big guns.
Well done. Thank you for joining me. You reckon you can't win either. Every person I've interviewed, no one wants that second interview, that's for sure. Hopefully you do get the interview. Thank you very much for joining. Thanks for giving us a bit of time. And well done with Minstrel, and continue doing the great work. It's awesome to see.
No worries, anytime.